A very good morning to all of you. Namaste and Khush Rahiye. My name is Shruti Mishra. I'm Assistant Professor at Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. I'm taking the subject of business ethics and corporate governance, and today's topic is understanding the progress and the success, and it is a class of the BBA and BBA LLB fourth semester students. Now let's talk about what do we understand by progress. So, progress is a movement towards a refined, improved, or otherwise desired state, or in the context of the progressivism, the idea of advancement in technology, science, and social organization, and can result in the improved human condition. Now, basically, the progress means the upward movement of any organization, people, society, or or anything that can be called as a progress. The concept of the progress was introduced in the early 19th century. Social theories, especially social evolution, as described by the Auguste Comte and Herbert Spencer. It was present in the Enlightenment's philosophies of the history. As a goal, a social progress has been advocated by varying realms of political ideologies with the different theories on how it can be achieved. So basically, the progress means a continuation, uh, uh, in a continuity, a person or organization or society, uh, uh, im- in a continuation, they keep on they keep on going to the upward direction. That is basically called progress. So there are many theories, there are many ideologies, there are many philosophers who have discussed about the theory of the progress, that what exactly progress means, or progress we called as some of them called as the progress can be um, called as to achieving the goal, like, right, or to uh, to making the effort in the continuation to achieving the goal. Now let's talk about what exactly we need to understand by the success. We each have a different vision for the word and what attaining it would do for us. When defining success, there are few things to consider: the accomplishment of an aim or a purpose. The accomplishment of aim or purpose means that the aim or the purpose for which you are looking for has been achieved or not. And basically, the key part of the definition is having the passion to give yourself the power to reach the aim. Basically, you have to be very enthusiastic, or you have to be very powerful for achieving that particular that particular goal, or that particular aim for which you are looking at. By making sure that you decide for yourself what you want to achieve. If you let others decide what success should be, then you are unlikely to ever reach the success. So do not set aim like others do. You just need to set aim by yourself, that what exactly you feel that you can achieve, right? So that is called success. That would be easier for you to achieve those goals and objectives. Now let's talk about the principles of the competitive success. Maintaining the competitive edge in the society, or making the competitive edge in the organizations, for the organization success, it is very important for the small or the large organization that they need to work on the certain principles of the competitive success. So while there are the wide range of the factors that determine the success or the failure of any organization, there are the number of the key important factors to the competitive success in the business, for mm, for the entrepreneurs, that they need to be look at. So the first one is Planning. So the planning is basically the business planning is a vital to keep your company pointed in the right direction. So when you think that so when you have planned something for yourself, you will be able to stick to that particular plan, and you will not get deviated from that plan. So that will be helpful for achieving the success and the goal. And for the time to time, we need to look into it, or the organization need to look into their plans, that what they have done, what is left, and whether they have deviated from the plan, and if they have deviated, they need to come back, right? The next one is value creation. So continuous value creation, CVC, is the disciplined process of continually examine your current product or service offering to ensure that they are above the industry standards. Your product may be star in the marketplace today, but it might not take a long for a competitor to create a slightly better product, a new method of delivery, or new customer experience. So basically, like if I talk about that, I've discussed 3 4 lines. The crux of those lines is that you need to create a value. You need to create a value among the competitors, among the marketplace, among the customers, and in your organization's eye as well, that what you have created, that a competitor can make something slightly better than you, and then it will become a problem for you that what you have created is now not that good, because people are not purchasing your people are not going to buy your product because they are having the good option in the market. So you need to create a value, and you need to keep your eye upon upon your competitors, that what actually they are preparing for their customers, what the different methods, what the different technologies they are using, and is there any innovative idea they are using. You need to create something beyond that. So that's basically the value creation means. Now let's talk about the customer service. Effective customer service is the largest determining factor of the customer loyalty and the repeat purchases. According to the marketplace, according to the marketsphere.com, that is a one company which who has done some data analysis on that. They have suggested that this single factor often can give a small business an edge over their large competitors. So a basic idea, and we have seen in the many of the marketing books, that the customer service, or in today's scenario, it's a buzzword, that the customer service, or customer relationship managers, or customer relationship management, these are the very important buzzwords we have came across, and we know what exactly they mean. They are trying to say that you need to retain your customers, you need to make new customers as well, not just retaining the old ones. You need to maintain, or you need to make the new customers as well. So for that, making the new customers, for maintaining the old ones, you have to be very quick, you have to be very precise, you have to be very crisp in the new what I have talked about, that the value creation activities. So the word of mouth, the referrals, can increase your repeat sales. So you need to be very precise in dealing when you are dealing with your customers. You have to be very polite with them. You have to change your process, your thought process, your thinking ability for how you can retain those customers, right? So next one we talk about that the financial management. Managing your finances wisely can go a long way in helping you to achieve the long term business successes. Your small company may not have a vast credit reserves available, so taking the time to build up the credit reputation through the frugal purchasing and disciplined debt repayment is important to the growth of your operations. So once you are when you are dealing with the financial management, you need to be very precise, that if you are giving a debt to the customers on the basis of the credit you are giving some products, or they are purchasing the products on the basis of the credits. So they need to repay those things. So you need to be very precise in those things. You need to be very clear about those financial management processes. The next we talk about is that is marketing. That is the core idea of the theory, that the if your marketing will be good, your thing will be sell in a better way. If your marketing will not be good, there will be a problem. There will be like a huge problem, you can say. So the marketing can be a weak point in many of the small businesses, because the sheer cost of the traditional media outlets can be daunting to companies with small budgets. Nevertheless, a steady market presence is vital to the business competitive success in the business. If you do not have the funds to implement the full-scale television, magazine, or the radio campaign, get a creative and stretch your marketing dollars as far as possible. So if the basic idea, the holistic idea is, if you are not good at marketing your product, if you are creating something very innovative, but you are not coming out from your room, and you are not marketing, you are not advertising it in the market, nobody will going to purchase it. So nobody will going to buy it. So it's better you have to create some kind of demand in the market, and that can only be happen when you are good at marketing skills, when your company is doing great job in marketing, um, when your policies are good in marketing, when you're using social media, um, when you're using different variety of the methods, or variety of the ideas of the advertising. So in that case only the you can take the competitive advantage and competitive edge, and you can be succeed, or the you can say the organization can only be succeed with these five principles of the competitive success. So basically this is all about the understanding the progress in the success. uh, so this was a topic which I have discussed earlier, and so I should end up my session with this particular topic. So this session is powered by the digital version of 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. So thank you so much, guys. If you have any query, I hope you are satisfied with my discussion which I have discussed with you. If you find it anything related to it, please do let me know on the comment section below. Thank you so much. Have a great day.